Hi, this is Brielle Bruger, and I am here to give you a tour of my professional e-portfolio. For the MIT program, I was super excited to create this website and kind of put everything together from throughout our experience here during the MIT program. On my first page, general info, you'll find just a little information about what the site is and what you might gain when exploring. One of my favorite tabs to complete was the candidate info and goal statements. Here I'll talk a little bit more about myself and my experience as a teacher and my goals for the future. So this is my favorite part. I love that we were given the opportunity to share both our professional and our personal goals for the future, and then go even into more detail for our future years, talking about our plans in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. This really kind of rang true to me that I had, to think about, what I wanted to do with this degree and how it would help me further my professional life and my personal life. Some of my other favorite tabs are the activity experience. So my professional development plan was all about integrating Google into our district. And so my favorite one of my training videos was showing my students how to use Google Form. Now I teach kindergarten, so this was kind of an intense experience. And so for me, really figuring out how to integrate it with my students the best way possible to really just teach them how to use the tool in a fun way. We had been doing our March Madness book tournament, so I integrated that into our lesson, and you can't see it in the video. However, I did link our Google form here. So we were able to really kind of hone in what it's like to use a Google form. And then my goal for the future is towards the end of the year, continue to use these forms. We've been using them for our March Madness and really get into it and start using them as exit tickets. And I may be teaching first grade next year, so it'll just make it even easier to then continue using it for exit tickets in the future. Another activity evidence that I really enjoyed was showing my teachers how to use our Google Keep. I have a lot of teachers who have not used much of Google, and so it was fun to show them different ways that they can use it in their classroom, at home, and they were really excited about that training. The other thing I'm really proud of that kind of took a lot of work, more than I expected, was my extra resources. It was really neat to go back into all of the classes and coursework that I had completed and see which ones I was most proud of and which ones I think would be most useful for other teachers and even for me. So I have some of the things that I created, typed rhyme, different lessons and different activities that I created, a fun video about inclusion and uniqueness. Some center activity signs that we use in my classroom every day now. That was super helpful to create. And then some useful resources within the classroom that, again, we use every day. Seesaw, Freckle, Raz Kids. Those are all super, super important. The last thing I wanted to talk about was our reflections. At first, we've been doing our reflections as a whole class for a while. That's kind of a huge thing that we've been doing. But it was really brought it home to me to really reflect on the entire MIT experience versus just class by class. So that was really big for me. And then the final is the peer evaluations from somebody within our program and then somebody outside. I thought it was really helpful to see the input from somebody who hasn't experienced the MIT program, but then also get that feedback from somebody who has. And I thought that was really helpful. I was actually able to go back and make some big changes to my portfolio with the help of these reviews. So thank you for visiting. It's been great to learn with you all this semester and this entire program, and I look forward to making a difference for everyone.